to text to make sure we have audio. Although I think OBS fixed that bug because it hasn't happened in a while. We have audio. All right. And Dementia Radio now. And recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hi! I'm Devo Spice. I'm here with Carla Ulbrich. Hi, Carla!
I'm here with Devo Spice.
Hi!
Hi.
Luke Ski will be joining us shortly. You know that car that broke down last week and he had to have fixed? It died again this evening. So looks like it was just the battery. So he's getting that replaced and he will be joining us probably from said car once he is back up and running. But in the meantime, welcome to episode 713 of the Funny Music Podcast for February 15th, 2023. The title of this week's episode is A Puffy Scarf. And I will put that in the chat. And your job is to work that into our conversations somehow. All right. Hi, people in the channel. All right, let's do the catch-up thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke bailed and didn't show up.
Hey, what? Oh, he's right.
All right, so since Luke isn't here yet, I will go first. Thank you, Wildcard, for subscribing 38 months in a row.
Nice.
Excellent.
Thanks.
And I have a star on my face. I need to wait for that to go away. So, since I'm still unemployed, I've been like focusing all my efforts on like acting and getting roles and getting an agent and stuff. And on Monday we did a workshop with a casting agent, and she's one of the few who is actually approachable, as in, if you email her, you'll get a response other than "leave me alone, you cretin," you know. Mm-hmm. So she's a very nice woman, and we did the workshop, we did the scenes and everything, and we did some improv, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great workshop, but she showed us the other side of Actors Access, like what she sees when she logs in and she posts, a casting call looking for, a certain role, and what she gets. And she showed us, like, she had, I think, 32 pages of submissions for this one role, and there were 20 to 30 actors listed per page. And apparently, on Actors Access, nobody ever told any of us this, it's sorted by default by profile completion. So when you set up your profile, there's 4 main things you can set up. Your headshot, your reel, your resume, and a thing called a slate, which is just a short video saying, "Hi, I'm Tom Rockwell," and that's basically it. The slate's kind of hidden, so I didn't even know that it was an option. But apparently, if you don't have a slate, you get bumped down the list below people who do. And the first actor who didn't have a slate was on page 14 of these submissions. So it was like, oh, okay, I need to make a slate. So that was my project for today. And I figured, how long can it take? It's a 2-second video, me looking at the camera going, "Hi, I'm Tom Rockwell." And that would be the end of it. So I was looking into it, and they wanted to match your headshot as closely as possible. So I was like, fine. I went and put on the same shirt I was wearing when I did the headshots. And then I was like, well, my webcam probably isn't high enough resolution. Let me get my good camera out. So I got the good camera out, got the tripod, set it up, got it going. And I'm like, why the hell can't I see anything? Turns out ring lights don't do shit when you have a real camera. So I had to get my studio lights out. So set one up over there, set one up over there, and then Then I was like, "Ugh, I can't match the background of my headshot." But it was just a blue gradient. I'm like, I can fake that if I put a green screen behind me. So I hung my green screen from the curtain rod up there, got in front of that, framed myself, and I had my headshot up on my computer and the camera facing me with the viewfinder, and I'm like matching it as close as I can. And I did about a minute of, "Hi, I'm Tom Rockwell. Hi, my name is Tom Rockwell," type things. And so then I was like, all right, that's done. And I imported into my computer, and the image is flipped because I forgot the viewfinder was mirrored because it was facing me. And I was like, ooh, should I redo it? I'm like, I really don't want to redo it. I'm like, I'm symmetrical enough. I can flip this digitally. So I did that, and you really can't tell. So that worked out okay. And then I keyed out the green screen. I put in the fake blue gradient. Looks pretty good compared to my headshot. I did some color correcting as best I could, but the woman who took my headshots is like a professional photographer. She knows what she's doing, and she had better lighting and stuff. So hers looks a lot better than mine, but it is what it is. And then I'm played it back, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, wow, this audio sucks, because it was just my camera's microphone, and I was like, I'm gonna have to fucking ADR this entire thing. So I went into my sound booth and I ADR'd all the takes of "Hi, I'm Tom Rockwell," and matching as close as I could, and then went back and decided which take I was gonna do. So I export the video and I upload it to Actors Access, and they give you one free slate on the site. Everything else is a $5 upload. So I upload it, and they cropped the video without giving me any control over how they were going to crop the video. So it was a 9:16 vertical. They cropped it to 8:9, which is almost an 8:10, which is what they do for the headshots. Except for the headshots, they give you control over how it's cropped. So when they cropped it, all you could see was like from my nose to about my chest. I was like, are you kidding me? So I took a screenshot of the resulting thing, figured out that it was an 8:9 aspect ratio, and then went back into Premiere, cropped the image, moved things around so it looked good, and then re-uploaded. And of course I had to pay for the re-upload because you only get one free upload with Actors Access. So this 2-second video turned into an all-day project. It was just, that's what I did today. It's like, that's it. That was my whole day. So, but wow. I now have a slate, and it's up on Actors Access, and it's done. So
I feel your pain. Every morning I get up, I had this grand idea 3 weeks ago. I'm like, I'm going to start doing word of the day every morning, and take the email that I get from Merriam-Webster of the word of the day from the dictionary. I'll just make a quick video. It always takes me an hour and a half.
Yeah. You'll once you get into a pattern, it'll get faster, but the first episode of Manic Mondays I did took me 12 hours to put together, and I was like, I can't do this every week. That's not going to happen.
No, that's not.
So then I was like, okay, how can I compartmentalize this and redo this and that? And now it's much easier. But so Carla, what have you been up to?
Well, like I said, I've been doing the word of the day videos every morning, and I put it on a social media, on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And that was just like a creative challenge that I gave myself. But I've been getting a bunch of gigs. I'm gigging a bunch in March, and mostly around the Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut area. And yeah, staying real busy with the gigs. I've been moving more towards doing comedy gigs. I still do music gigs when they come, but doing more comedy gigs.
How did the show go with Rob Paravonian last week?
Oh, it was great. It was so fun. It was a packed house, and he videoed part of my set. I wish I had asked him to video the whole thing because it went so well. It was so fun. And he gave me a nice long set because I was coming from Jersey, you know, so.
Yeah. I've done that show a bunch. It's always a great show. I was going to go last week when you were out there, but something came up and I couldn't. But I was like, I wanted to.
It's not an easy trip from Jersey.
It's not. No, there's like no easy way to get there, but
you have to get in the car, pay $50 worth of tolls, and possibly get jammed up and then hunt for a parking space. And then I always get turned around when I go there. I always am absolutely sure that I came from this direction, and that's where my car is, and I'm always wrong. And I wind up walking all over Astoria looking for my car. So after that trip, thankfully one of my friends had come to the gig, and he drove me around the block a couple of times till we figured out that I'd actually come from the other direction. So now there's an air tag in my car.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Where has that been all my life? I'm going to start I actually have an air tag on my phone now.
Oh, cool.
You would think, why would you do that? Because, you know, you use an air tag to, well, I put the air tag, I shared it with my husband, so he can find my phone with his phone. And you think, well, why don't you just call your phone? My sound is always off.
So is mine.
It's always, mine's always on silent because I can't be having it go off during guitar lessons or, you know, Zoom calls or there's never a good time. Or if I'm asleep, there's never a good time for my phone to be on.
You know, there's a Find My app on the phone that will make it beep, right? There's an app on the phone, and on if you have other Apple devices in the house, there's an app called Find My, and as long as you're logged into your iCloud account, it'll make your phone beep, even if it's on silent. Even if it's on silent. Yeah, it plays like an alarm type sound.
Okay, so maybe I can use this AirTag on something else.
Yeah,
it's kind of bulky, but the AirTag on my car is just flipping awesome. I love it.
That's a good idea. That never even occurred to me. Like, just to remember where you park, throw an AirTag in the glove compartment or something.
Because my car doesn't have a fob, so I can't just boop boop. You know,
okay.
I think it was a repo. I bought it used, and so it just came with one key, and that was it. But
my car only has one key, and Toyota wants like $500 for another fob, and I'm like, yeah, no, we'll figure something else out.
Well, I was told that I went to the dealer, I was going to get another key made, and they wanted, I don't know, $50 or something. I just went to Home Depot, and it was like $6.
For the key, yeah, you can if it's a regular key, but I have a fob.
It is a regular key.
And
yeah, I don't have one of those keys that has the thing embedded in it.
Yeah,
my car's an 06. It's a 2006. So.
Oh, okay.
Someone told me that this past Sunday that I'm with my 2006 car and my 2012 Mac that I'm talking to you on right now, that I'm racking up technical debt. Sounds like a song prompt.
Well, technical debt is probably better than credit card debt, which is what you'll be in if you're trying to get out of technical debt. You see, you give up one for the other.
I back everything up on my computer now, so.
Well, that's good. Do you back it up to the cloud?
I back it up to 2 external hard drives that have like a terabyte each. Or 2 terabytes, I don't know. Stupid amount.
But do you have any off-site storage, like Dropbox or Sync or something like that?
I do have Dropbox and I have iCloud.
Okay.
So.
Because you want an off-site storage, like on, God forbid, like your house burns down or there's a massive flood or something, and like all of your local backups get destroyed. At least you'll have the stuff on the cloud.
Yeah, I tried using Backblaze and I just couldn't figure it out. So when I needed something, it wasn't there. So I was like, fine, I'm canceling this thing because I can't figure out. I was taking an improv class, and one of the games in the improv class was like, I want to return this item, right? But you don't know what you're returning. And so they have to drop hints. Well, did you take it outside? Did you try to feed it? You know, but they can't, drop too huge of a hint.
So the other people know what you're returning, but you don't?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Exactly. But my thing always like, I want to return this. I couldn't figure out how to use it. That's always my thing. Because they're like, well, why do you want to return it? I didn't know how to use it. Because that's basically pulling from life.
Yes.
I couldn't figure it out. I'm just bringing it back. It's a rubber band. Come on. I actually had a student the other day who could not figure out how to use a paper clip. It made me feel a little smarter.
Really?
He was completely stumped by the paper clip.
Did he know what the paper clip was for? Like, did he have two pieces of paper and...
Yeah, I handed him the paper clip, and he had it upside down.
How does that work? Because it'll work both ways.
Not really. If you get the edge that isn't smooth,
yeah.
And he didn't realize you have to open it up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, it's so second nature to us. You know,
to us old folks, yes.
Us folks over 30 or whatever, pick an age that's not 12 years old.
Well, we're over 12 too.
Well, chronologically.
Yes.
I'm emotionally stopped at 13.
Yeah, so am I. Yeah.
So I'm still over 12. Technically.
All right. So let's get into your song, and hopefully Luke will join us soon. So give us a quick intro, and we will give it a listen.
Well, by your song, you mean Tom Lehrer's song. This was my contribution to the Tom Lehrer compilation project, The FuMP Desecrates Tom Lehrer. And I was so excited to get the song. I don't know if there was any competition for this song, if anybody else was like, oh, I wanted to do that, but Carla called it first. But I was really happy to get to do this song because, you know, I'm a word nerd. I love words. And I first heard this. I was wrong, by the way, in the album notes. I was corrected by Jeff Morris, who is meticulous.
Yes.
That it was not Zoom, it was the Electric Company.
Yes.
That I saw this show, this song. I heard this song on the Electric Company.
So here is Silent E by Carla Ulbrich.
Who could turn a can into a cane? Who could turn a pan into a pain? It's not too hard to see, it's Silent E. Who could turn a cub into a cube? Who can turn a tub into a tube? It's elementary for Silent E. He took a pin and turned it into a pine. He took a twin and turned him into twine. Who can turn a cap into a cape? Who can turn a tap into a tape? A little glob becomes a globe instantly. If you just add Silent E. He turned a damn alakazam into a dame. But my friend Sam stayed just the same. Who can turn a man into a maid? Who can turn a van into a vein? A little hug becomes just huge instantly. Don't add W, don't add X, and don't add Y or Z. Just add Silent E.
So to answer your question, I checked the spreadsheet. I don't see any other notes about this song, so I don't think there was any competition for it. I think you grabbed. I mean, somebody else may have wanted it, but they may have already seen that you had it. So there weren't any fights over it. There were like 5 people who wanted to do the elements, and we were like, hold on. But that was it. That was the only song that people, were fighting over.
Jeez, that one is is a really hard song to pull off. People want to have an asthma attack or something.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to breathe.
No, there's not.
You have to like splice yourself in or something, like multiple takes.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I saw this on the Electric Company too. I know I saw LY on the Electric Company when I was a kid. Ah, Luke. We have a Luke ski.
Hello.
Hello, Luke ski. Is your car all working again?
Yes, the battery. It just amazes me that like there's all these gauges in cars where it's like you can know exactly what percentage of oil life you have left, and you know exactly or a decent estimate of how many miles you have left in the gas tank. But batteries are just like, I'm working, I don't work.
Yes, exactly.
That's pretty much how I am now. At about 10 o'clock p.m., I'm like, a plop.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had to buy a new battery, but I got one from AutoZone. They helped me install it, and, there's a 3-year warranty on it, so it's fine. It was, inconvenient, but at least I know I can, get to my shift tomorrow, and I won't have to, miss a whole day of work or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
you won't have to drop, another $2,000 on whatever was wrong with the car.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, we're talking about Silent E.
Yes.
Because Carla's here.
Silent E and LY, two of the, Electric Company standards.
Yes.
Yes, we could have turned your car into a Care.
We could have.
But that would have really screwed you up for tomorrow, so we didn't. Because we do care.
Well, thank you for caring about my car.
So, yeah, why did you choose Silent E instead of LY? I'm just curious.
I think Silent E is funnier.
Okay, that's fair.
It's just the wordplay. There's more wordplay to it, whereas LY is more dramatic. It's about, silently, or it's all in the, it's all about the emotion with each word, right? But the Silent E is more playing around with words, and it's more clever, I think. It's just more my sense of humor than LY. There's nothing wrong with LY. It's just Silent E. I just thought it was freaking hilarious when I first heard it, and it just always stuck with me.
Was that your first exposure to Tom?
Oh, it had to be, yes.
Yeah, me too. And I didn't put the two things together until many, many years later.
Yeah, me neither. I just thought of it as an Electric Company song. Or apparently I thought of it as a Zoom song, a song from the show Zoom. Not Zoom, the internet service.
Yeah, because I think it was
Zoom.
I think it was the box set that came out around 99 or 2000. The Remains of Tom Lehrer, which I have right there, has the Electric Company songs on it, and I think that was the first time I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, I remember this. I was like all of a sudden I'm like 4 years old again, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, that was him.
Pretty wild.
Yeah,
I think it's just the two songs, the LY and the Silent E.
There were four. There was
four.
Yeah, OU the Hound Song and SN Snore Sniff and Sneeze. Although I don't know if those were.
There was another one called N''T,
which
seemed to be more like written for Sesame Street, because it's kind of seems to be written like for Oscar the Grouch to be the other person singing, because at one point he even says in the lyrics, "Grouches all agree."
Yeah, so that might have been actually, yeah. LY and Silent E were definitely the Electric Company. OU, SN, and N''T might have been Sesame Street. Jeff Morris will have to fill us in. That's all that's going to happen. Yeah,
I bet he knows, or he can find out.
Or he can ask Tom, because...
More, are they tight?
Tom has a copy of this album via Jeff. So
okay.
They've exchanged emails about it. Tom does have it. He has heard it. I don't know I haven't got any updates as to what he thinks of it, but he has a copy and he's listened to it.
Well, that's good.
How did you get the recording then? Or was that through Jeff? The recording of the Subway song?
That was through Jeff as well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was... I think Dr. Demento played that once.
Yeah, like back in the late 90s, I think.
Yeah. And Jeff had the... I don't know if it was Jeff's recording initially or where it came from.
I thought it was that Jeff had done some kind of audio interview with Tom Lehrer, and that thing happened during the interview.
Possibly,
so
yeah.
That's what I've never heard the full interview, but that's what I thought the situation was.
Cool.
Entirely possible.
Hey, if you want to hear something really nerdy, this is not word nerdy, but I played a Chet Atkins Country Gentleman guitar for that track.
All right. So guitar nerds, listen up.
Yeah, for those guitar nerds. Played it through a Fender amp, as Chet would have done, and did.
Was this your guitar, or did you borrow it from someone?
It's actually Joe's guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, he has some nice guitars that I tend to buy like guitars that are easy to play, and he buys guitars that appreciate in value. Doesn't seem
well,
to be much
you know,
of-
different priorities, you know. Do you want to play it or do you want to invest? They're two different things, you know.
Yeah, he does both, but yeah, I just don't have the taste in guitars that somehow I wind up. Why? You know what it is? I don't do the research. I don't sit down and read a bunch of magazines and books and stuff about makers and builders and all that stuff. I have ADHD. Look, it's like the fact that I can finish a song feels like I deserve a trophy. Thankfully, I have one.
You have a trophy for ADHD?
No, I have a trophy for finishing a song.
Oh, yes.
Yay!
You ever seen one of these? They're really cool. You should get one.
He's got 4.
I know.
And I know that because I only have 3, and I'm plotting my revenge. And by revenge, I mean making more good comedy songs that will win cats.
Yes. That's how you do
Whatever
it.
motivates you to keep writing the funny is a good thing.
Which song was that for?
Because-
Cheek to cheek.
Cheek to cheek, right, okay.
When you move your cellulite from cheek to cheek.
All of Carla's most successful songs are about butts.
Yes.
Butts or farts or poop, it seems. You know, you would think that's all I write about, but it's not.
Well, you got to know your audience. You know, you go where the money is.
I don't know why I found that particularly funny, but...
Because I talked about making money in comedy music, you know, it's just...
Yes. No, I go where the laughs are. It starts with me, right? If it makes me laugh, then I go after it.
Yep.
And then I find the people who resonate on the same weird frequency, and there we go.
Yep. That's my MO,
Guys
too.
know. You do the same thing, right?
Oh, yeah. If it makes me laugh, that's usually a good sign that that's something I should pursue.
Exactly. Yesterday, and since some of y'all are on Twitch, if you're not already following Bill Larkin music, why not? He is the funniest guy.
He's on Twitch?
He's on Twitch. He does parody song improv like twice a week. He's not doing it for the rest of this month, but he's been doing it twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. 2 solid hours. He will sit there and make up. You just hand him a parody song title, and he will make it up on the spot.
He did that at FuMPFest in 2021 when we had him, and it was amazing. I had no idea he was on Twitch.
Oh my gosh! You got to tune in. You got to tune in next time.
Got to look him up.
Follow him on Twitch, and then you'll hopefully get a notification when he goes live again. Last night, Joe and I were out, and we had a nice Valentine. Not last night. Yeah, last night.
Hmm?
And we had a nice Valentine's dinner, and then we were walking through the parking deck, going up the steps, and there was a guy asleep on the steps. And I was like, "Oh, that's too bad. That really can't be very comfortable sleeping on steps." And then we went up another flight, and there was a huge turd that someone had laid in the corner on the steps, and I was like, "Well, no wonder he's sleeping so well." Just took a huge dump. So, but I was really like kind of traumatized by the whole thing. Not in a major trauma way, but just kind of like I felt bad for the guy that he was probably homeless, and here he is. It's 8:00 at night, and he's sleeping in a parking deck in the cold, and has nowhere to use the bathroom with dignity and all this stuff. But so it was kind of like mildly upsetting. So we get home, we listen to Bill's Twitch, and I gave him the song idea. Someone Saved My Life Tonight by Elton John.
Okay, yeah.
I had him sing Someone Pooped on the Steps Tonight. I was tears rolling down my face. It was so funny. So funny. So it's just so great to take something. I try to do it myself, but sometimes I don't have the skills. Like I can't play like Elton John. So, when I have an idea that's either I can't play the piano like that, or this is too disgusting to do on my stream, then I give it to Bill.
Yeah.
Bill gets a lot of disgusting ideas from me.
Yeah, Bill Larkin is amazing. He is so funny.
I can't believe he exists. He's so talented.
Puppy. It's not time yet. I'm doing the show. I have 2 dogs now here looking at me going, "Can we go out? I want to go to bed." No. Go upstairs. Go lay down. Pests. All right. So do you have anything you'd like to plug?
My website, carlau.com. Go there and find all the live shows I'm going to be doing in March. I'm playing almost every Friday and Saturday in March. Have live shows around Eastern Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. So, I don't remember where they all are right now. I can't keep it all in my head. But yeah, just go to my webpage and check that out. And also my just follow me on social media. I do a word of the day video every morning, and I just take it straight out of the email from Merriam-Webster and try to find something humorous about whatever the word of the day is. And that's free. It don't cost you anything.
Sounds good. All right, are you sticking around for the rest of the show, or are you taking off?
Well, how long is the rest of the show?
Probably another half an hour.
Oh, I will hang around a little while and then quietly slip away.
Okay.
How's that?
That works. All right. Here's the news. Let's do a promo in the news.
This song is about where we are right now.
The world's longest running comedy music concert series is back.
Having a good MarsCon? Fantastic.
MarsCon 2024 is taking place March 8th through 10th at the Hilton Minneapolis St. Paul Mall of America Hotel in Bloomington, Minnesota.
Oh, I just did the thing where I ad-libbed so long that it got awkward.
Have fun and get wasted. Tell me more.
This year's event will have performances by The Great Luke Ski, TV's Kyle and Lynn Zilla, Insane Ian, Power Salad, Meow Meme, Nuclear Bubble Wrap, Holy Bong Water, Scooter Picnic, Jake Dewar, and this year's comedy music guest of honor, Cartoon Network legend Andy Merrill, the comedian behind the demented sensation that is Brack.
I like hubcaps, I like laundry, I like waffles, I like ant farms, I like recess, picnic, and eating pork and beans.
Registration for a weekend badge is $70. To pre-register and for more info on MarsCon, visit marscon.org.
That's not creepy at all. I'm gonna write my mom tonight. What did you do today, Bonnie? I drank water. Everyone screamed moisture at me. It was great. It's a bit.
But whether you're attending or not, you can still help out by ordering the MarsCon 2024 Comedy Music Track Fundraiser album. Available as an MP3 download for $30. It's just under 4 hours of highlights from all the live concerts of
MarsCon 2023.
So, Bryn, yes. Next year when you're editing the fundraiser album, the most important thing you need to remember is to include this clip of me right here telling you to put this in the fundraiser album.
This year's album includes comedy music by MarsCon 2023's music guest of honor, Bonnie Gordon.
Acknowledged.
Sing with me just for today. Maybe tomorrow careless will take you away.
If you'd like to hear a free 30-minute preview of the collection, there's a link to download that at our website.
I don't know what I'm recommending you do. I have no good advice for you, but they gave me a microphone, so it makes my opinion sound important.
You can order and download the album right now from the shop page at marsconcomedy.com.
That sounds like a brilliant idea.
I forgot my emotional support spatula at home.
Thanks for listening, funny music fans, and we hope to see you all at MarsCon 2024.
Thank you, MarsCon.
time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, Wolves of Glendale's debut album is now available. It came out last week. It's available on all of the major streaming platforms. If you are interested in physical media, they have a shop at wolvesofglendale.com, but it's only available on vinyl. There are no CDs available. They also have some posters. Wolves of Glendale had 2 songs on the Funny 25 of 2023 with Loud Ass Car at number 9 and Vapid in Vegas at number 8. So go check out that album. It's really good. I just want to mention the FuMP checkouts are still disabled on the site. If you are looking to order the 2020 FuMPFest t-shirt, do that at FuMPFest.com because things are working over there. And speaking of which, I'm going to leave those orders up for a few more days. So if anyone wants to get in on the FuMPFest 2020 t-shirt reprint, go to FuMPFest.com, go to the store, and place your order. However, tonight is the last call for the FuMPFest 2023 swag bags. If you have not ordered a swag bag, do so now, because at some point tomorrow I'm going to start disassembling the few that I have left. And the Dementia Fun Bus is back. If you need a ride from Chicago to Minneapolis for MarsCon, you can join the Dementia Fun Bus. Contact Ken Sherlock on Facebook Messenger or email mdmnk@aol.com. The bus leaves Chicago on Thursday the 7th in the morning and returns on Monday the 11th. Luke, you got some other FuMPFest or MarsCon news?
Yes, I do. First of all, so you played the video just now when you did the thing?
Yep.
Excellent. Took me way too long to get that thing done, but I hope it was worth it. People seem to like it. As a reminder, the initial goal was 849.17, and our percentage of the way towards that goal is 100%. We have hit the initial goal. Woo! Thank you, everyone who has ordered. So now we are working towards the first stretch goal, which is an additional $606.55. And the amount we've raised towards that is $9.48, which is 1% of the way towards our first stretch goal, with 22 days until MarsCon. So, if anyone else is interested in getting it, please go to MarsConComedy.com, click on the shop page, and you can order it there. It's $30 for the 4-hour collection, as the promo said earlier. Also, if you wanted to get previous year's collections, going all the way back to 2007 and 2008, you can see the whole playlist for all of those collections over at the past fundraisers page. And if you make a donation for $30 for a particular year's collection, and then let me know which year you want, I'll send you the link to download it. Or if you want to get all of them, which is... Man, how many hours of content is that? Like 66 hours?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
it's like a week. It's just like a week of...
Yeah.
a week of comedy.
Yeah, but my estimation it was 66 hours and 20 minutes. You can get it for $200 to get all of that content, all 18 collections. So that's less than half price if you want to take a big chunk out of the fundraiser and get yourself a whole crap load of stuff you can listen to. Also, I wanted to mention this. It didn't really occur to me to think about this aspect of the fundraiser, because part of me just assumes, like, well, everybody uses PayPal. And it occurred to me, like, hey, you know what? Not everybody uses PayPal. Some people, either for, reasons, maybe they are... For whatever reason, they're locked out of PayPal. They can't use it, et cetera, or maybe they just prefer to use something else. If you would like to get the fundraiser, and you'd prefer to use like Venmo or Zelle or Cash App, I am able to take donations that way as well. I mean, I could technically also, accept a check from you if I tell you where to send it to. But most people pay for stuff online these days, so. So if you want to get the fundraiser album, but PayPal is like the thing keeping you from doing it, just message me, and if you can use Zelle or Venmo or Cash App, I can tell you how to make that happen and send me the money so I can send you the download link. So yeah, and let me just zoom through. I sent off a huge email update. So let me just kind of, I won't recap all of it because it's mostly all news that has been reported before, but just want to specifically point out once again that, as well as our music guest of honor, Andy Merrill, we'll also have, excuse me. The yawn is because I'm tired. It has nothing to do with the content of MarsCon. Besides Andy Merrill, performing first time at MarsCon will be Jake Dewar, and he is excellent. He helped out Robbie Ellis at the virtual MarsCon a couple years ago, and I'm psyched that we were finally able to get him to come out. Also, due to the unfortunate cancellation of Worm Quartet, Scooter Picnic will be filling that void, and it occurred to me upon doing that, this is the first time Scooter Picnic has actually had their own scheduled half-hour concert at a convention or at MarsCon anywhere. So that's significant in a way. So yeah, what else can I mention? Blah blah blah. Fundraiser. There's the free preview of the fundraiser, which you can either go to badrapport.com to listen to, or you can go to marsconcomedy.com and find the tiny URL there to listen to the 30-minute free preview if you need some more convincing. Or you can listen to one of the recent episodes of Manic Mondays that was a shorter version of the same idea. If you want to help us promote MarsCon, I have links for the audio promos and the video promos up at... actually, do I? Let me double check that I'm not completely lying here. Go back to here. Did I put those links on the page? Oh, I have the audio ones up. I need to add the video ones. All right, I'll add the video ones right now. So if you want to, very shortly, if you go to marsconcomedy.com and look at the main entry on the main page, you can scan down and see the links to get both the long version and the short version of the MarsCon promos in both audio and video versions. So if you have some sort of streaming or podcast or vlog or whatever, and you want to help promote us, please snag those and promote away. We're still looking for volunteers for Table 27. If you'd be willing to help out Ellen Makis and her staff by manning the MarsCon Comedy Music Track merch table located just outside the open doors of the main stage room for some amount of time during the concerts on Friday night and or Saturday afternoon and or Sunday afternoon, we will give you a Comped Weekend badge, which saves you $55 to $70. If you are interested, please email thegreatlukski@gmail.com as soon as possible. Also, I didn't include, this wasn't part of my news update because I don't think it had happened yet, but let me go to marscon.org so I can get the information direct from the horse's mouth here. So they added a last-minute new guest of honor, an actor guest of honor, Maggie Egan, and so because of that, normally by now they've ended pre-reg, and you just have to buy the badges at the door. Because they've added this last-minute actor guest of honor, they've temporarily reopened pre-reg at the discounted price. So where is registration? So at the door 2/1/2024. Well, or maybe there's a code or something like that. I'll look it up before the end of the show. They posted about it on Facebook, so it's a thing. And yeah. So let me go to the rest of my thing. Yes, you already plugged the Dementia Fun Bus. Tom Lair's, there's Chicken. If you like to listen to wacky things, I highly recommend the Escape from Vault Disney episode Arendelle Castle Yule Log Cut Paper Edition. You can hear that at escapefromvaultdisney.libsyn.com. Chuck is awesome. We all know this. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I guess that is about it. So, yeah, I'll look up that MarsCon thing while you say other things.
All right. Tour dates. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goody hosting at the Bluebird. On Sundays online, Two Sleeps. Mondays online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel at virtualcomedyshow.com. I don't know when online, Bill Larkin, but I will get that information and add that to my list here. On the 18th online, Escape from the Secret Lab featuring the Consortium of Genius. On the 22nd in Ballston Spa, New York, Drew Jacobs. On the 24th in Walnut Creek, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 27th in New York, Carla Ulbrich. And on the 28th in Clifton Park, New York, Drew Jacobs. Carla, you want to say anything about that show?
The March 5th?
27th. No, February 27th.
February 27th. That's my VIP live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yes, VIP only live stream. But you can be a VIP. All you do is tip $6. It's very easy to become a VIP.
Noted. All right. Birthdays coming up on the 19th. Shoebox of Worm Quartet. Happy birthday, Shoebox.
Yay!
All right. Second song of the week is...
Oh, before we do that, I found the post that I was trying to find. Referring to MarsCon, it says, haven't signed up for MarsCon yet. There is a 15% discount code you can use on full weekend registrations, valid until Monday, 2/19/24. And then there's a link to where you to get that through Eventbrite, and the code is the word leak in all caps, LEAK, and then the number 1. So leak 1. So I will now share this on my Facebook and post it on my Twitter feed, so people can find that if they want to take advantage of that deal. So yeah, you could also find this listed at the MarsCon official Facebook page, the community page. So that's what that was.
All right. Did tour dates, did birthdays. All right. Second song of the week, the return of Paul Wensley, followed by an interview with him. Here is Details for the Attorney of a Late Nigerian Prince.
coming your way. And my deeds are coming your way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking social sin. I'm Canadian, and that's a thing. All my pertinent passwords, my mother's maiden name. Whatever you say, whatever you need. Ooh, could this be the day of all days? Yeah. Or could this be the day of all days? Ooh, better check your inbox for my deeds, please. And I look forward to interacting about the money. Sorry to hear about the princess. Was it a sudden death? A sudden death? I hope he didn't suffer. Anyway, a fake information should be correct. If there's a problem, just let me know.
I'm here with Paul Wensley. How you doing, Paul?
I'm good. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
So tell us about this song you posted.
So this is Details, right? Details.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, it's inspired by the spam emails that we get. Details for a Nigerian attorney for the Nigerian attorney of a deceased or a late Nigerian prince. And it's inspired by those spam emails that you're familiar with those, right?
Oh, yes, quite.
Yeah.
Yes.
They promise lots of money. We just have to submit, in some cases, details about, our bank information or what have you. Yeah, I wonder if people actually fall for this. It would be really interesting.
Enough of them do that they still do it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, yeah, that was the inspiration for it. So, yeah.
I've done a couple of songs about spam myself, and
yeah, cool.
Yeah, I did one just called Spam, which was about spam in general, and I did mention the Nigerian prince schemes. This is an old scam. I think what did they call this? A 405 scam?
I'm not sure.
Like that had something to do with, like, I want to say the area code or the zip code of the area in Nigeria where the scam originated or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Common name for it. I want to say it's a 405 scam.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder if they ever actually catch any of these people, because it's just so rampant. I mean,
419 scam is
419?
what I'm looking. Yeah, what I was looking for.
The thing about this song is it's not overtly funny. I find, like, I do it live, like I do stand up and I perform it live, and people are like, "That's a really sweet song."
That's a totally valid way to do a comedy song. You write a serious, sweet song about a ridiculous topic and, instant comedy.
Right. Yeah, I'm very inspired by Ricky Gervais songs. I don't know if you are familiar with a lot of his songs, but they do have that sort of undercurrent of sweetness against these ridiculous lyrics, and I have a great appreciation for that. So.
Yeah, it sounds very cool. It's a neat sound you have going here.
Oh,
it totally works for the topic of the song, of course.
Thank you. Yeah, cool.
And I don't know if they've ever caught any of these people. I don't know. I don't think the authorities in Nigeria care. I think they have better things to worry about.
Yeah. I wonder. ransomware. Our library here, I'm in Toronto, and the library system got hit by the ransomware thing, and their services have been closed for 4 months trying to
Jeez.
resolve this issue. I mean, the library's open. You go in and you could go in and read books there and so forth, but a lot of things you couldn't do. Like there's computers there, they were not accessible, and no printing or anything like that. It's
Ransomware has become a big problem over the past few
yeah,
years.
yeah, I'll say, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I love writing the songs. I love playing them. At the open mics and so forth, and various outlets like that, and yeah, keep on.
You just play with a guitar when you perform live?
Yeah, just a guitar. Do you perform with a band or?
No, I use a backing track. I have all the tracks loaded onto an iPod, which plays a video on a screen behind me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very hard to get that type of setup running in a stand-up club, so I don't do a lot of stand-up club performances.
And so where do you perform them at? Like open mic?
Mostly science fiction conventions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where I do most of my performing. And then the occasional club show here and there. Like I've opened for Psycho Stick a couple of times when they came to New Jersey. And so I haul my whole rig up on stage. It's much easier at a music club. And actually the sound guys at music clubs love me because, because they're used to dealing with, 5 different guys, and they got amps and they got monitors and they got this, and then they're running all kinds of wires. And I'm like, I need 2 XLR cables, and I have some if you don't. Put those in and give me a mic and we're good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure they love you.
Yeah.
And I bet that all that knowledge that you have helps with those auditions that you were mentioning, right? Like just having the quick knowledge.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. I help this person in my building who does some self-tapes for acting, and he doesn't want to do any editing. Like I like editing, so I'm happy to edit. He wants it locked in from the take that's taken. He wants the whole thing so that he can just extract that, and that's what's sent, Anyway, it's nice to have that technical background. So
yeah. Well, generally for the self tapes, I want the actual take to be one long shot so that it doesn't look like I made a mistake and I'm trying to hide it in editing.
No, absolutely. No, no, you don't want to mess with that. Yeah, for sure. That's pretty transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, to them. Yeah. Cool.
So do you do a lot of that stuff yourself?
I do. Yeah, I'm I do voice acting. I'm not sure if I mentioned that to you, but I do that for cartoons. Like I've done some cartoons.
What have you worked on?
There's a cartoon called Busy Town Mysteries,
Mhm.
and I play Lowly the Worm. He drives around in a little Apple car.
Oh, that's the Richard Scarry adaptation.
Richard Scarry, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my character.
Nice. My kids were big into the Richard Scarry books when they were little.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Lowly, I play Hey Huckle, Lowly the Worm is the name of the character.
Nice. That's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, we had a board game based on Richard Scarry's work that had this 6-foot long board, the playing board that you would just lay it out on the ground, and it was this big long path you had to get to. It was fun, and the kids loved it, especially just because like, hey, you want to play a game, and then there's this giant board on the middle of the living room floor.
Oh, amazing! You still have that?
I'm sure we do. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm sure we still have that. My wife and I tend to not throw anything away. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still around.
Cool. Wow, that's amazing. I want to get one of those the Apple car with the Lowly the Worm character on. I keep looking around for that.
I'm sure it'll be, there have to be some out there.
Yeah. And on camera stuff, like I do commercials. I audition for commercials, and I've done some commercials and video games. Not many video games, but some.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into some of that stuff myself.
And it's just like as an announcer or characters?
Either. I'm actually going to be, when we're done here, I'm going to be recording an audition for an announcer role. and then tomorrow I'm going to do the self tape for the other piece.
Yeah, cool. Is the self tape for the voiceover, is that for an announcer or a character?
Yeah, that's an announcer.
It's an announcer, yeah. Nice. Cool. I mean, you're all set up for it, right? It's the sound quality is great right there.
Nice. Yeah, no, I actually have a sound booth right over there in the.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I built a sound booth in the closet under the stairs because I'm in my basement.
Yeah.
And so I have soundproof insulation, and then I got soundproof drywall, and then I put some of those foam things on the wall.
Amazing.
And yeah, it worked great. It was a pain in the ass, but it worked great.
I'll bet. Yeah, man. It sounds, I mean, even this system sounds like you'd be perfect right there because it sounds so clean and there's no reverberation or anything.
Yeah, it's not bad in here. I have enough crap that there's not a lot of reverb. The problem is my furnace is right there. So when it comes on, you'll hear it.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Well, fuck. Oops, shit, man. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're
okay. So is this like a short thing, like a 30-second bit that you're going to be recording?
Yeah, it's just going to be it's just a voiceover for a video. It's like 5 or 6 paragraphs, so it's probably going to be like a minute and a half, I would think. Like that. So
yeah,
we'll see if anything comes of it.
Yeah, you just got to keep doing it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I had a couple of cartoon auditions, and believe me, you really want to book those, right? Because they're great, but you just never know. You send them off, and there's so many layers of approval, producers, directors, broadcasters, and all that. You just hope you're going to make the cut.
Yeah. Someday I'll get there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like I have anything else to do right now, so
yeah. Oh, sorry, may I ask like what your other line of work is?
I'm a web developer.
You were working for a company, or?
Yeah, I was working for a pharmaceutical marketing agency, which seems to be an industry that I've fallen into and kind of got stuck in because there's a specialty to it. Because the FDA has such rigid restrictions about what you can and can't say and what you can and can't do. And so once you kind of start working in pharmaceutical marketing, it's a very small, family of companies that we just kind of bounce around from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I've worked at like 3 or 4 different ones now. I think 4 of the major marketing agencies, and they're all centered around northern New Jersey, where I am too, which is handy, and New York City. I worked in New York for a while.
Yeah. And how long were you with this last one before that?
8 years.
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So when did that end?
January.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. What happened was, and I've told this on the podcast before, but the 3 owners of the company wanted out. One wanted to retire, one wanted to move on to other things. So they sold the company, and they sold it to an investment firm. And I don't know if you've ever worked for a company that was run by an investment firm, but they don't know how to run businesses. They know how to invest money, and that's all they know how to do. So when the money in and the money out and the bottom line don't meet their projections, people lose their jobs. Basically what it comes down to. So
yeah. And is that what happened, like right across the board?
Yeah. They laid off 25% of the company in January.
Oh, and that was unexpected. Like,
not totally, because there was a previous round of layoffs in September. Because that was when the work that the original partners had brought in began to run out, and things slowed down, and the new people just weren't bringing in the new work. They made cuts in September, and they made a couple of interesting choices, shall we say, for people who they let go. And so that was kind of a shock. And then when it happened in January, we were like, okay, yeah, it was like, because we hadn't really gotten any busier. So we knew it was coming. I was not expecting to be let go, though, because I kind of carried that place for several years. But what do you?
Damn. So do you have any ideas about who you would approach next? Any thoughts or?
Yeah, I've already submitted my resume to a couple of the other, pharmaceutical companies,
Mhm.
marketing agencies, and nothing yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
In
something
the
else.
meantime, I'm auditioning. Maybe I'll get a big
Yeah.
role. I won't have to go back to web development. That'd be nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a flow happening there. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you get the right sound. And are you on? I guess you're on Actors Access like pretty much every day, checking stuff out.
Yep. Yeah, I'm on Actors Access, Backstage, and Casting Networks.
Yeah, cool. I'm just on Actors Access. That's all my agent submits me, and then I just do stuff that way.
Nice.
Right. Yeah, but you'll get an agent too. I'm sure you should.
I'm looking for one right now, so that's the next step.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Cool. So, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
No, probably not that I can think of, but I'll keep that in mind for the next thing because I got that other song that's coming up, and I'm excited for that one. But no.
No shows coming up or anything?
No, not only in Toronto, like some stand-up shows, but I don't have the stuff right in front of me here.
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you. I'm sorry, but I do have some cool ones coming up. But
So any listeners in Toronto, look him up.
Yeah, and I hope people will check out the song details.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tom.
And we look forward to your next one.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now? Feedback. Feedback.
Feedback. Why didn't that play? Is that one working? Did something break? Yeah, none of those things are playing anymore. That's weird. That's
making the
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now? Feedback. Feedback.
I don't know why the audio's not playing on the intros.
That's strange.
But Hamner Hack says, "Hey gang,
maybe I should just perform them all."
Sure.
So. Hamner Hack.
Thank you. Hey gang, here's something you'll find interesting. As you know, I'm the program director for our local community radio station, cklu.ca. Well, last week I was over the moon when we got our copy of the FuMP Desecrates Tom Lehrer. I squeed. I truly did. Well, this week I come in for my show and I couldn't find our copy anywhere. You know what that means? FuMPers, your music is good enough to steal. Don't worry, I put a copy in our digital library so it's still in rotation. So, thank you, Hamner Hack. And Ken Sherlock, Madman, who does not have an intro, says, "Thank you for mentioning the Fun Bus on the cast, and people have contacted me about it. Since it is being chartered with a paid driver as opposed to rented, there is a set expected mileage, so Chicago area pickups/drop-offs would be done by car, though in one case a rail system is a far better option. I have been asked about doing this for 2025, but that seems unlikely to happen since most of the same circumstances which made this charter desirable, available, and affordable are unlikely to be the case next year. There are still spots available, and you can contact me directly, best through Facebook Messenger, or both Devo, Spice, and Luke know how to contact me." So yes, if you're in the Chicago area and want to ride to MarsCon, get in touch with Ken, or you can reach out through us. And I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's playing. Let me check these settings.
Hey, Lord!
There we go.
Oh my God, it's you, not again.
I turned it off and turned it back on. I don't know. All right, A-Log wrote, I'm aware of how complicated it is to promote something at a con. A buddy of mine did a concert at one convention a year ago, and I'm sure he can help me out with that. As for the play Devo saw, I feel sorry for any of the kids that were there, for anyone from Generation Z going to ask a variation on that dumbass question, what's a Brady Bunch? Thank you, A-Log. All right. Last time I checked, tomorrow's song was not yet posted, so let me see if he posted it. Otherwise, I'm going to text him again. Yeah, he did. Okay. Tomorrow's song is by Worm Quartet.
Yay!
And, I got to go back up here. Wow, that's not playing either. Tuesday's song is not yet posted. I have to turn
Tuesday's song is not yet posted.
I have to turn each one back. That is dumb.
Tuesday's song is not yet posted.
Like, I'm going to have to go through each one of these stupid things, and I don't know why that's happening. It's annoying. All right. Spotify playlist topic. I'm going to do cars this week in honor of your car and all the problems you've had. So, Carla Ulbrich is at carlau.com. Paul Wensley is, I believe, at paulwensley.com. And that is it. The MarsCon fundraiser is at marsconcomedy.com. And let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski, and Carla was here.
Yay.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Shout it to random people on the street. And be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
Hey, Devo, what's the title of this episode?
I got a puffy scarf.
Yay! It's been said. Yay!
And the thing doesn't fucking work. I gotta go into the advanced audio settings, turn the monitor off, and then turn it back to monitor only. And now it also moved.
Well, alrighty then. That's an episode.